Afternoon, traders. Hope you guys are having a great one. Today's video, we're going to be going over the major indexes, the Mag 7, and the stocks that I'm holding. Just a piece of motivation and just a very interesting quote that I wanted to start off today's video with is, it was by Mike Bellafiore in the book One Good Trade, and he specifically emphasizes that it's all about one good trade after one good trade after one good trade. If you focus on the fundamentals of each individual trade and focus on taking each trade with the highest amount of discipline and consistency from setup to setup over the long term, you will be profitable. I think in his book, One Good Trade, he highlights that very well. And another quote that he says is, "You're only as good as the stocks you trade," which is very important because there's not going to be opportunity in the market all the time. It's impossible for there to be opportunity 24/7, but there's always a stock out there on the New York Stock Exchange or in general anywhere where there is opportunity, and you just have to be disciplined enough to just wait for your opportunity to get into those type of trades, those high probability setups. Just something I wanted to start off this video with. If you guys appreciate that, please like, subscribe, comment. Always greatly appreciate it, but let's get into it. So, what I'm going to be watching on Apple for tomorrow will definitely be, if we can get a close above 194, that'll definitely support more upside. As you guys know, I have this position from 188. I put my stop, I doubled up the position at, I forget what price I doubled it at. It was yesterday at some point. I think I doubled it at like 191. So my stop right now is set for 190. That's my average cost basis. So if it comes back down to 190, I'll stop out at break even. My profit target, at least to sell half of it, will be at 198.23. I'll be targeting the all-time high. I think that Apple will definitely push at least near that direction before earnings. Earnings is next week or the week after. Yeah, next week. So I'll be out of Apple most likely by then, but I think there's a high probability chance that you'll push at least to 196 to 198 by earnings. Microsoft, as you guys know, I have a position in them. A little bit weak today. Not the strongest close. I'm still in them. As long as they hold above the 5 EMA, I'll stick with it. My stop loss, I believe, is set for 391.09, I believe. That's my break-even point. So if it comes back down to there, I'll be all out of it. Or if it breaks down the 5 EMA, so show that sellers have more potential to push it downwards. But tomorrow I would watch 401, 400, and I would also watch 395 for possible levels on Microsoft. On NVIDIA, not a bad close. I'm happy with it. Bulls are still in control here, as we could all tell. The level I would watch for tomorrow would be 596.03. Will be the two levels I'm really watching. Kind of like Microsoft, if you break down the 5 EMA, I'll be out of it. I took 50% of my position off, just because whenever I hit a 2R, I always like to take half off, and then I'll let the other half just run. But if it breaks down the 5 EMA, then I'll be out of this. Meta didn't do half bad. We got a weak close. High volume. Well, I shouldn't say high volume. It was above average. But still a weak close. I need to get a close above 384.33 to get bullish on Meta. Until we get above there, I'm not really interested personally. Tesla, I'm staying away from Tesla. I'm just saying that. Tesla, I have absolutely no interest in. I believe they report earnings on Thursday. 24th. Yeah, so that is Thursday. No, Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So they report earnings on Wednesday. So I would personally, I would stay away from Tesla. I'm saying a clear away from it. If it breaks down to 205, then it has ability to push down to 194. You get a bounce in this demand zone. You could push to 226. But overall, I'm just being very cautious. If we bounce at 194 and we get heavy volume off the bounce 194, then I might start positioning them. Google, looking a little weak. I don't like how we had high volume on the sell side candle, but overall it's showing it's kind of 50-50. It's showing strength, but it's not. It had a nice strong open. It could just come back down to test 145, which I think is going to be the most likely scenario. But if you break down 145, then I would watch 144 and 143. In order to get bullish, I would say that you would have to get above 147.50 and clear the high of today at 148. Amazon, let's see how they did. Amazon rejected this level right here at 157. So we'll just mark that out at 157. All right. So we need to get a close above 157 in order to be bullish. To get bearish, I would say a close below 151 or 149.26, which is a monthly pivot. I would get bearish on them, but I'll just watch that level for now at 157. Above 157, I would watch 160 and 164. Then on the NASDAQ, not a bad close at all. It could go 50-50 is what this candle is basically saying. I wouldn't be surprised if we could come back down to 15.3. Or no, not 15.3. Yeah, 15.3. I wouldn't be shocked if we come back down to 15.3. But I would watch also 15.4 for tomorrow as well. That's the range I'm going to be watching on the NASDAQ. S&P didn't do half bad either. I'd watch, let's see. What I would be curious to see is if we can get a push to 48.75, or if we get a close below 48.43 tomorrow. Yeah, 48.43. I would definitely favor some more downside on SPX, but it's really hard to gauge where we're going at this point because it could go 50-50. There's a lot of divergence in the market lately. And then the only other position I had that I didn't go over yet was DEC. So, as you guys know, I bought... Where did I buy? I think I bought like right here, wasn't it? Yeah, right here. I bought at 723, double my position at 744. I will be stopping out of this for, I think I put my stop in for 731. I'll sell half the position with the rest right at 777 because I'll be up 2R. But that's what I'm going to be watching at least for DEC, and that's what I'm watching overall. Have a good one.